Hello and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 120 and my personal bicker, if you look back at day 100, we had 310 cases plus in the UK and we still have only 293,000 and nobody is explaining how we have managed to recategorise the UK to change the amount of cases we have. Driving me absolutely bonkers, but I'm going to let go of it in good yogic fashion. Please make sure that you are checking my website so that you're keeping safe as you're practicing yoga. Do subscribe if you'd like to. And we're going to come to lying onto our backs. So you're just going to settle yourself down so that your knees are bent up over your chest, hands are just resting onto your knees, and you're just going to ease your knees slightly from one side to the other side. And then settle your feet down and onto the floor, let your hands come up and overhead. Soften and widen your hands and your elbows so we get that feeling of spreading out, a little bit like a pancake. As you pour pancake mixture down into a frying pan, the way it just gently eases out as it starts to cook. It doesn't just flow out quickly, it gently kind of softens out towards the floor. And then from here, press down through your feet to lift up through your hips so you come into a simple bridge pose. Just keep it nice and easy, nice and simple, nice and relaxed. And then uncurl your hips, settle them down and onto the floor. And then if you lift your legs up, so you're going to extend your legs up towards the ceiling, and you're going to cross one leg over the other, and you're just going to cross at the ankle. And then you're going to bring both legs in towards you. So you're going to be drawing your legs in towards you whilst you're lengthening up through the heels. And you're just going to notice how this feels. So often when we do this with the feet even. So we've just got one crossed over the other. So you can have one leg that is stretching more than the other. And it also changes the back of the pelvis slightly. So notice, how does it feel for you? Where is it that you're feeling it most? What's enjoyable about this? And then we're going to swap over so that the other leg is over the top. So same thing. Just gently bringing both legs towards you whilst you stay steady and even with your breathing. So your body remains relaxed even though you focus. And then you're going to bring both knees in towards you, give them a little hug in. And then we're going to extend both legs up towards the ceiling, and you can take your hands onto your thighs, onto your shins, or onto your toes. And you're just going to bring your legs lightly towards you, as you get a feeling of a little bit of length through the back of the knees. And then bring your knees down and onto the floor. Let them roll gently over to one side, over to the other side. And then we're going to come up and into all fours from here. So if you bring yourself round, and you're just going to come into a nice, comfy, easy all fours for you. From here, you're going to bring your knee in towards your chest and then extend it out in a way. So nice long line, so you're stretching out. Smooth movement, knee comes in towards you and you're curling your back and then lengthening it. And one more time on this side. So curling in and extending. And then we're going to come to the opposite side. So knees coming in, foot's extending out. So see if you can go with the pace of your breathing so it starts to feel really steady, so that you're in your own zone and you're going at your own pace. And then you're going to let your knees settle down and onto the floor, so we're back in a nice comfortable all fours position. And we're going to come up to standing, so you're going to walk yourself through a forward bend. So you're going to lengthen up with the legs, keep soft through the back of the knees. Let your elbows settle onto your body somewhere. And then bend through the knees, stretch up with the hands all the way up and overhead. And then hands come down onto your heart. So you're just going to settle your weight down nice and steadily and evenly. So this is just mountain pose, Tadasana, just standing. And yet sometimes the hardest pose that we can do, because it's all the little alignments within the body that kind of make the pose. But we'll do that one day, but just right now, all we're going to do is that soft, easy, settled feeling where we become more aware of a feeling of weight and heaviness, and at the same time that converse feeling of that lengthening up and that lightness. And then from here, you're going to take a nice healthy step forwards along your mat. Spread down through the back heel so the back heel gets nice and steady on the floor. You're going to let your front hand come onto your knee, and then your free hand's going to come out and round. From here, you can decide whether you want to creep yourself a little bit lower, so you can end up with your hand on the floor. Let's just make this a little easier to see. So I'd be up on your fingertips if you want to come onto the floor. You can extend the back leg away so we lengthen out. Just go to where it feels good for you, where you can feel that sense of aliveness and steadiness. And then you're going to bring your hand back down onto your knee or onto the floor. Walk yourself forwards, come all the way up. Stretch up towards the sky, soften and become easy again. And then we're going to come to the opposite side. So same thing. So it could be that you just take a little step forward and you do it up here. Could be that you take a slightly deeper step and you rest your elbow or your hand onto your front knee. Could be that you want to come onto the floor and you want to extend the back leg away. To go to where it feels right and then breathe into it. Breathe into it so that you can feel your body moving. And then bring your hands onto your legs or onto the floor. Step yourself forward, stretch all the way up and overhead. And then let your hands settle down. As you get that feeling of settling down, also get that feeling of slightly settling into the back of the body. And then we're going to come down to sitting now. So if you bring yourself to sitting with your feet out in front. So you're going to have your feet just extending out. You're going to be up and onto the sit bone, so you might need a block so you're that little bit higher off the floor. You're going to bring one leg and you're going to cross it just at the ankle joint over the other one. So this is very much like what we did when our legs were up towards the ceiling. So we've got that same feeling of one leg is going to be stretching slightly more than the other. We've got slight asymmetry through the pelvis, and you're going to bring one hand onto your leg so you can ease round and open into the space that you have. Soften both shoulders away, breathe evenly. Find a way of feeling really great while you're here. And then bringing yourself back to the centre. Fold forwards over both legs so that you're just softening and easing. And then bring yourself up. And we're going to do the opposite side. So opposite leg is going to be over the top. One hand rests on your top leg, other hand is going to be close in towards you or just very, very gentle on the floor. You're going to spiral yourself away from your top leg, so into the open space, the shoulders soften and widen, and the breath is easy. Bring yourself back to the centre, fold forwards over both legs. And then walk your hands up your legs to bring yourself to sitting. And you're just going to sit in any way that you'd like to do a little bit of breathing. So first of all, we just listen to breath and we just notice how it is. We meet the in-breath, let go of the out-breath each time. And then as you breathe out, start to get that feeling of the breath out become longer and smoother and steadier. So if you do Ujjayi breath, we're going to do that. If you're not quite sure what that is, and I've not gone into enough detail for you yet, go check my blog. It's all about Ujjayi and it's got lots of helpful tips. So the feeling of Ujjayi is the back of the throat becoming a little bit narrower. So as we breathe out, the breath out is long, and ideally we're still breathing out through the nose. So it makes that soft snory noise. And one last time. Let your breathing relax. Notice how it feels now. And my quote for you today is from Pema Chodron, Start Where You Are. Where was it? I've underlined so many things on this page. This book is really quite nice. It's quite nicely written, just if you're interested. More simply, regard everything as a dream. Life is a dream, death is also a dream, for that matter. Waking up is a dream and sleeping is a dream. Another way to put it, every situation is a passing memory. Regard everything as a dream. Life is a dream, death is also a dream, for that matter. Waking up is a dream and sleeping is a dream. Another way to put this is every situation is a passing memory. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you're enjoying your yoga, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.